History of Rock Part 2, The Rise of Rock and Roll. As the 1950s dawned, the musical landscape was ripe for a revolution. Rhythm and blues, R&B, with its infectious rhythms and soulful vocals, was gaining popularity. Artists like Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and Fats Domino were creating a new sound that blended the blues with elements of country, gospel and boogie-woogie. Elvis Presley, with his captivating stage presence, became the undisputed king of rock and roll. It was a fusion that had never been heard before, and it struck a chord with young listeners. The term rock and roll gained popularity thanks to Alan Freed, a Cleveland DJ who frequently used it on his radio show in the early 1950s. During that era, the term rock and roll was often associated with dancing and sexuality, naturally aligning with the energetic style of R&B music. Rock and roll quickly became a symbol of rebellion, freedom, particularly among the younger generation. Its driving rhythms, electrifying guitar solos, and bold lyrics challenged societal norms and tapped into the restlessness of post-war youth. It was seen as a break from the conformity and conservatism of the time, providing an outlet for expression and individuality. However, the emergence of rock and roll was not without controversy. Some saw it as a threat to traditional values and a corrupting influence on the youth. The sexually charged performances and lyrics were seen as provocative and dangerous. Parents and authority figures worried about the impact this rebellious music would have on society. But despite the backlash, rock and roll continued to gain momentum, propelled by the raw talent and charisma of its artists. As the 1950s drew to a close, rock and roll had become a cultural phenomenon, capturing the spirit of a generation and leaving an indelible mark on music history. Brought to you by ensonproductions.com.